So that's real. These are divine beings, and these divine beings are, in fact, ready, able, and willing to assist you if you call on them with sincerity and devotion. However, the way to approach them and to get their grace, who can tell me? How do you get the grace of God? I mean, there's many ways, but what's the essential thing you have to do to get it? Sada?
Surrender.
Yes, surrender. Ishwara Pranidhanava. That's from the Yoga Sutras. It says, Samadhi, Siddhir, Ishwara Pranidhanava. Samadhi, that means union with God, actually. Siddhir is accomplished. Ishwara, the Lord, Pranidhanava, through surrender to. Union with God is achieved through surrender to God. He says you have all these practices. You know how what they culminate in, even controlling your mind, is surrender. When you offer yourself, I always say this. Have you noticed how Westerners, like their spirituality revolves around petition, mostly, right? Give me, give me. If you look at Balinese culture, what does it revolve around? Offering, offering, offering. Which one's working better? Actually, who's even receiving more from the divine? The person offering. Offer yourself to the divine, cry out to the divine, and she'll come. And then and if you can't feel her, my pastor used to say, get down on your knees for 8 hours if you have to. He said, be like, Lord, I'm not getting up till you change something. So we can fight it out. I'm staying here, and I'm going to pray intensely. Paramahamsa Yogananda once said, in the autobiography of Yogi, he said, if you can pray unceasingly for 24 hours, then God will make a personal appearance. Oops, I'm being internally, you want to hear something? I'm being internally directed to tell you a true story. After my Kundalini awakening. Sada, do you remember the story?
Of your Kundalini awakening?
No, of me attempting to pray for 24 hours straight.
No.
Uh-oh. All right, this is a true story. I had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening. It almost killed me. It connected me to the other planes of existence. Before I even knew what yoga and meditation was, I'd never meditated, never been to an asana class, nothing, never read any Eastern philosophy. Long story short, about 8 months, 9 months later, I'm in Atlanta, and I'm going through hard times. And I'm reading Autobiography of Yogi, and he says, if you can pray for 24 hours straight, God has promised she'll come to you personally and without doubt. And I was just like, I need that. I'm going to do it. Boom. I set myself into earnest prayer, and I looked at the clock. And I literally prayed for probably 16 hours. I don't know actually how long because I fell asleep. And I'm pretty, when you fall asleep, you can tell you hadn't been asleep that long. But I looked at the clock, and it was actually 18 hours after, and I knew I'd fallen asleep, and I was like, I was like, damn it, she's not gonna come. I know, it was so hard. And so then I was just like, I'm gonna start over. And I start again, and I'm in there for hours, and I fall asleep again. And do you know what happened? As I'm laying on the bed, this is a true story, I swear to God. The ceiling suddenly becomes like the waves of the sea. And it turns blue. And then out of the waves of the sea, this beautiful, exquisite face forms of water. And it's neutral, it's neither male nor female, but it's exquisite. And then I'm looking up at it in shock. I'm like, and then I see a tear, a single tear welling in the eye, and then this tear drops out of the eye, falls down to my forehead, and I wake up. And I'm like bathed in this energy. And then it wasn't an audio, but the message was, God may not stop your tears, but she cries everyone with you. And I didn't make the 24 hours and she still came. That's a true story. I never forgot it.